Well, we're pretty excited about this year's team, and you know, one of the biggest concerns is making sure that we don't kind of live off last year's accomplishments. So last year was a special year for us, there's no doubt, but as we see all the new faces of new guys coming into the program, and even as we've talked to the returners, we are certainly looking forward to trying to continue to play better. You know, despite winning a championship, I still think there's a lot of room for improvement, and I think the guys feel that way too. There's still quite a few things that we think that we can get better at doing this year than we did last year. Will's a pretty special player. It's his senior year. Will's had the opportunity to play Professional Developmental League, PDL, this summer. He's been down at Panama City Beach, and he had a pretty good summer playing for them, and he looked sharp. I mean, we've just had a couple days of testing now, and he's definitely come back fit and ready. But you know, the key is with Will is trying to stay healthy the whole year, as he kind of seems to always have found the injury bug the past few years. Yeah, we definitely rely on the experience. Along with those three guys, we've got some others that are back. We've got quite a bit of depth, but Carl in goal was pretty special for us, especially the national tournament. He did very well, and having just a senior goalkeeper back with a lot of experience is definitely something that we'll rely on. I think Victor Lawrence, he had a great national tournament, no doubt about it. I think he was the MVP offensively of the tournament. But Victor's he's definitely a good offensive option for us. And Eduardo, well, what can I say about Eduardo Cruz? He's just a special player. He's kind of a player that controls things for us. He's a great leader for us, and even off the field. The thing I'm most proud about Eduardo is he's like a 4.0 student. He's got great grades. He's just a great guy that guys look towards. Just in their adjustment, especially the new guys coming into Belhaven. He's a good leader for them. Well, Lucas is. I had a chance to watch Lucas in Brazil last December. He's a pretty special player. He's pretty dynamic. Ironically, early in camp, he's very similar to a player we had last year in Loic, from France. So it definitely would count on Lucas to contribute this year in the attack. And Kimathi he is a Division I transfer. He's a center back. He's tall, he's strong, he's got quite a bit of experience as well. He played at the IMG Academy in Florida. But I want to be careful at the same time. It's still very early, we're only a couple days in. Anytime you have new players come in, you don't know how well they're going to do, how they're going to adjust, and of course we've got a lot of other new guys that are well worthy of talking about. So I'm eager to see how they do. I think there's a lot of potential amongst the young group, and only time will tell to see who really transpires to really grow into their positions. The guys have come back really fit, which is great for you as a coach with what you can begin to work on. But there's no doubt we have a lot of depth. We had a lot of depth last year. I think that was one of our strengths as a team. Had a lot of players who received some playing time all across the season, and we kind of rotate in and out of lineups and guys in. And I think it'll be the same this year. And we only lost maybe a couple guys from last year's team that started on a consistent basis. So we're a pretty veteran team, but make no mistake, the young guys certainly coming in are at a pretty strong level, and our returners know that. So I think that healthy competition is good. But team chemistry is really what we're most focused on here early, and I'm pretty excited about how well the veteran players as well as the new guys have got along well so far in camp. Just this morning in a team meeting, one of the things we talked about was creating culture here, and a culture of respect, regardless of where players are from. I think if you look at our roster, there's like 16 international nationalities there, but I think we're pretty intentional about not subgrouping and how we approach things, and respecting others' differences, and also realizing that every player brings with it a set of strengths from wherever they're from. And so if you can really focus the guys' minds on learning from everyone else, because the game is so global, I think that really leads to success if you can develop that chemistry. We had obviously a great chemistry last year, and I think we have enough leadership in the group that'll set the tone for that pretty early. But it's something we're very intentional about, from the very first meeting is respecting others' differences and really trying to create that respect of different cultural backgrounds when it comes to the style and way that we play the game. There's no mistake about it. I mean, every game in our conference is a national championship caliber, game. I think as the coaches talk, there's anywhere from 6 to 8 teams that legitimately are national title contenders this year, if not more. I think there's like 10 teams at some point were in the top 25 just in our conference alone. Bethel and Martin Methodist are 2 new teams to the SSAC this year. Both have outstanding reputations of talented teams. So, last year 4 of the SSAC teams I think were in the Elite 8 from our conference, and Mobile, a team that we respect a lot, we had a chance to play in the finals. So I really think it could be the same case this year. I think on any given day, any team could do well, any team could make a run and get hot towards the end of the year. And I'd be surprised if a team from our conference didn't win the national tournament this year, or at least put themselves in an opportunity to win and get very close. It's just a game in, game out, very difficult conference to play in. I kind of gambled a little bit, to be honest, and we've talked about this as a team. I think 14 of our 18 games are against top 25 competition at one point, last year's season, or at least we're ranked or getting votes. So the schedule that we have with our conference, in addition to playing so many other nationally ranked teams, is very difficult. So, early on in season, we play Lindsey Wilson, again, fantastic team, and Rio Grande, fantastic team. And we go to Indiana Wesleyan, and we play Ashford University. Every game is going to be a very difficult challenge for us. So what I would say right from the start with us is, one of the things I want to do is challenge the guys. I wanted to challenge our mentality of not being complacent and not settling for what we accomplished last year, and realizing that at any given point, you can suffer a loss and go through a difficult time as a team. And so I really challenge the guys with our schedule, and we'll see how we do.